Okay, if you're like me, you've been having trouble getting Vessel View Mobile work on a twin engine boat. I've got two 5-litre Mercruisers EFIs, non-Smartcraft boat. I have put the Smartcraft cables, the blue CAN bus cables, to a junction box, so one blue cable into each of the connectors on each motor, onto a J box, and then the Vessel View connected to that. But I cannot read both engines. I can only read the starboard engine. If I unplug the starboard engine, it reads the port engine as the starboard engine, and a quick look on some of the forums tells us that this is not uncommon, and it's because the port engines are normally shipped in the starboard configuration. So you can see current engine location is starboard, you can select it, starboard 2 inside, blah blah blah. This is definitely, my torch just got that, this is definitely my port engine. So I am now going to select port, set new location. Ignition must be turned off for 5 seconds. One, two, three, 4, 5. I'll probably have to connect to the render again. Oh, sorry, DICOM software. Yeah, it looks like it's connected. Or is this connected? Okay, now I'm connected there. I can see some of my things, but let's go to tests. Yes. Where is the engine location? It is currently now set as port. So let's test Vessel View. Alright, there we are. 2 gauges. Let's see if I can get my... I don't know how do you get it to change into your own screen? Oh, there we go. So 157 on port, 226 battery voltages. Let's just start the engine to make sure we're getting what I think we're supposed to be getting. Yep. Excellent. Really good, because the gauges are always playing up. Alright, if you want a better quality, let me know. Okay, it's night time, but I've just got Vessel View Mobile working on my twin engines. I couldn't find anything on YouTube to help me out, so this may help someone else out. I've got 2 5-litre Mercruiser EFIs, non-Smartcraft boat. They do have the port for the blue Delphi, the purple 10-pin Delphi connectors for the blue Smartcraft cables. So if you freeze that and have a look at it, what I've done is from each engine, I have a blue Smartcraft cable going to a J box. Now you need the one with the yellow terminating resistor on each end. You can see that by the yellow cable, and I'll show you that on the thing. So from each engine ECU, connect to a J box. On the other one, of the third port of the J box goes to your Mercury Vessel View Mobile, and then you just put a cap on the other one. So to look at that, starting from the right over, the Vessel View Mobile here on my boat, I've installed just here. Here's the Vessel View Mobile, Bluetooth adapter. It's just cabled into this port of the J box. That's just a 4-port J box. These are dumb. There's nothing in these but pin 1 to pin 1, pin 1 to all pin 1s, pin 2 to all pins 2s, which is important when we come to it. So working back again, Bluetooth, Vessel View Mobile Bluetooth onto a port, which is that one. You need to put the yellow terminating resistor on the small tail of that harness. That's to the Bluetooth module. Then a cable, a blue cable, the Smartcraft blue cable to each engine. So you can see I've got port, starboard, my Vessel View, and you just have a weather connector on the 4th cable. Because I have the 5-litre, the ECM 555, if you have a look at the back, and they can be a pain to find, but and it's night time and I've got a beer and I want to get to it if I can reach around. So here is the connector that I'm wiggling around. Sorry, here's a connector. Normally that has just has a plug on this with the yellow terminating resistor on it. So you take off this connector and you put that on your Bluetooth connector. This is what I was talking about. So this is the blue, if I can get it, the blue SmartCraft, probably 15-foot cable, has the terminating resistor. I don't know if you can, it says terminating resistor there, does it? Terminating resistor. Might even give you the part number there. No, it's terminating resistor on this end, so that goes into your engine. Now, to find this connector, it can be pushed down the back there. Find this fuse along the main loom here, the big fat wiring loom. The first peg is the fuse. The next one will be that connector. And then you just got to wire it better than what I've done here. And just wire it around. Same for each engine. Bring it back to here. So I'll go back to my diagram. There we are. So engine, yellow end, terminating resistor end of the blue cables, 2 ports on the 4-port junction box. One goes to the Bluetooth engine. And you can set up Vessel View Mobile for 4 engines, but you'll find on all the threads, anyone with twin engines has problems. It doesn't recognize the port engine because the ECUs or all the engines are shipped from the factory configured as starboard. So I've got the Diacom software, and I'll just show you what I had to do to get it working. I turned that engine on. It's alright. I may not have turned it on. So this is a Mercury ECM555. They show you the picture and the adapter that you plug into the diagnostic port. I'll show you that in a second. Let me connect to it and make sure it's working. Yep, I can get stuff. That's cool. Across the top, graph code. So we can go read codes if we want, but I don't think it's got any read fault codes. No faults found. You beauty. Tests. Go into this tab. It stops talking to the ECM when it wants to do tests, yes, and here it is, set engine location. Click that. It's currently set as port because 5 minutes ago I changed it to port. It could normally set as starboard, so you just set new location as port, set location, and then it asks you to cycle the key. And that's it. This is all it takes to change that engine ID to port. And I'll splice in a video after I start the engine. Okay, too quick to want to get to the beer. Read the red bit, freeze that, read the red bit. So you must cut the red and purple wire in one of these plugs. Otherwise the battery, so each engine has its own battery and its own ignition on signal. These are dumb, these J boxes are dumb. I don't know why they cost so much money. They're just straight through, whatever comes on this hub goes out every other port. Well, that port goes out on every other port. So battery positive and ignition on signal come from this engine, go straight through the box and go at that engine. That means you can't turn this engine off because the ECU is still seeing an ignition on signal from the other engine. That's why you cut the purple wire, and the red one is just battery positive. The Bluetooth module only needs one power source, and we don't want to connect each power sources. That's what your main battery switch is for. So just go in, open the connector, and cut the red and the blue wire. It is very simple. I'll try and show you now without, where's my camera? So take off one of your connectors. All right. Now you'll notice on either side there's a little tab. I'll just put you down while I pry that tab gently up there. Doesn't need to be much. I'm just going to put it down so I don't break it. And there it is. So you want to push this back a bit. Now I've already done it. You can see the insulation tape in there. Give yourself, so in the future, if you ever want to put this cable back to normal, so you can push that back heaps more. There's the end of the blue. Cut the red and the purple wire, seal them up nice and safe, and then it's simply putting it all back together, which I might be able to do with one hand, but I can't. Just make sure that clicks in, and then we put it back on the J-box.